sorry. I never imagined he worked at the same company as you.
That's not the point. The fact is, you cheated on me with him. I can't forgive that. Are you alright? Did you love him for a long time? The meetings and farewells we repeat in life, among them, there are only a few unforgettable people. Those who carve themselves into your heart never fade away, no matter how much time passes. For better or worse, they only end up shaping your future. I wonder, do you have someone unforgettable in your life?
Hey, Haru. Why are you just sitting there with that scary look?
You really don't get it? You have no idea? In that tense atmosphere, I, Haru Kunigami, felt a relentless, stabbing pain in my chest.
I don't know. If you just say it like you usually do.
Tomoko, who's flustered in front of me, has been my fiancé for nearly 10 years, since high school. And we live together now. You want me to be direct? Fine. Tomoko, you cheated yesterday, didn't you? You said you were staying at a girlfriend's place and didn't come home. But you were actually at some guy's place, right?
What? That's not true. I never cheat.
Her eyes dart restlessly. I know her too well not to spot the lie after all this time together. I thought the same. Nearly 10 years together, engaged, about to finally get married. I couldn't believe you'd cheat. I doubted my own ears. But what choice did I have? When the new guy at work shows up with photos and says, I slept with your fiancé.
No! He said that?
Yeah. He told me looking real proud. He's the first love you always talked about from back in grade school, right? Yeah. Tomoko had this first love she'd sometimes bring up. Honestly, she'd romanticize it a bit. Moro Fukanuki. Without a doubt, he was the unforgettable person in Tomoko's life. And, as if by some cruel joke, a few months ago, that first love transferred to LKB System Solutions, the bank-affiliated company where I work.
I'm sorry. I never imagined he worked at the same company as you.
That's not the point. The fact is, you cheated on me with him. I can't forgive that.
Wait! It was just one mistake. I ran into my first love by chance.
Maybe that chance meeting was set up by my junior, who's always been hostile toward me. But that doesn't matter. I despise Tomoko for eagerly going along with him. Like they say, if I'm sorry fixed everything, we wouldn't need the police. I can't forgive you, the engagement is off. So a few days passed, the world was now enjoying Golden Week. We'd planned a spontaneous trip, but it unexpectedly became a lonely trip for me. 10 years. It all ended so easily. I've never been the gentle type. I like clear black and white answers. So I moved quickly, canceled the engagement, filed for compensation, and settled those 10 years without delay. Alright, my seat is... I'd booked a reserved seat for Hakata, and I boarded a train to find it. Incidentally, I reserved the seat next to mine for Tomoko, but I refunded it the day I broke off the engagement. Honestly, I should have even bothered taking time off, but I couldn't have predicted this outcome. Even if it's Golden Week, since I canceled last minute, maybe the seat next to me will stay empty. Well, life's not that kind. There's a crying woman in my seat. This, I really hadn't expected. Even though it's early summer, I didn't sign up for a ghost story. I thought rudely as I sat down.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. As I sat and braced myself, she hurried to wipe away her tears. Looking at her, are you alright? Before I knew it, the words slipped out. Not that I was in any position to worry about someone else.
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just, The person I loved for so long is marrying my sister! And when I let my guard down, I can't help crying.
Huh. Didn't see that coming. Unexpectedly heavy stuff. But the words, the person I loved, hit me harder than I expected. Did you love him for a long time?
Huh?
Sorry, you just looked so sad. I figured you must have really loved him. At that moment, our eyes met for the first time, and I froze.
Yeah. About 10? No, 12 years, I think.
With a pained smile, she introduced herself as Moika Kamishima. Since fate had seated us together, I decided to chat with her for a while. The train departed, and the atmosphere inside was lively, fitting for a long holiday. But we sat there having a conversation as heavy as lead bullets. I see. You loved him since middle school, and now he's marrying your sister. Life sure throws curveballs. And you hurt him, your brother-in-law, to suppress those feelings.
You're exactly right. Still, I can't believe it's you, Haru. What an embarrassing scene you caught me in.
Well, maybe it's better it's someone you know, right? Yeah, I know her. Moika Kamishima, my classmate until elementary school. I went to a private middle school, so we lost touch after that.
No, it might have been easier if it was a stranger.
Says the one who was bawling her eyes out in public. So in the end, to forget him, you married someone else and got cheated on. That's rough.
When you put it that bluntly, it really stings. But yeah, you're right.
With a dry laugh, she muttered. From her profile, I could tell she was really hurting. I'm against that, you know. Marrying someone else when you still love another, and always having your heart with that other person.
Yeah, you're right. I know it was unfair to him. I know this is all my own fault.
Well, still, it can't be helped. Having someone you can't forget, that's not something to blame yourself for. The stronger and more vivid the memory, the harder it is to forget. And you can't force someone to forget. Yeah, there was nothing I could do. I could never become Tomoko's first love. No matter how long I loved her, there was something that just couldn't be replaced or overcome. Long years or shared time, they don't matter. When you can't forget someone, nothing else beats that.
Haru.
But well, even so, cheating is crap.
Yeah, you're right. It's crap.
Girls shouldn't say crap.
I'll say it as many times as I want. Guys who cheat are crap. And I'm crap too for always thinking about another guy in my heart.
Alright, that's enough. Cut it out.
You've always been sharp-tongued, Haru. Still the same as back then.
For the first time, Kamishima, who had been suffering all this time, finally laughs out loud. That's not true. My sharp tongue is just imagination, and it's the fault of the one making me say mean things. I was cheated on by a fiancé I'd been with for years. Kamishima got her heart broken when the man she loved married her sister. Different shapes, but both of us were crushed by love that lasted over 10 years. And we clicked. Plus, we were both headed somewhere far away. The bullet train carried us, racing on like the wind.
Haru, Hirome Market. I've always wanted to go.
I got off the bullet train at Okayama Station, took the Marine Liner Express, and came down the JR Dosan line to Kochi Prefecture. Apparently, she's been to Hakata plenty. So she shut down my suggestion, not that I really minded.
I've always wanted to try authentic Katsuno Taki. Let's go!
Alright. Stop pulling so hard. Kamishima tucks my hand eagerly. I swallowed the jab I wanted to make about how she was crying just a while ago. Hyrule Market is a lively arcade packed with Kochi's tasty foods and souvenirs, bustling with locals and tourists, a must-visit spot.
Oh, so good. Straw-seared katsu no tataki with salt. Perfection. And hey, having beer at lunchtime is fine once in a while. I mean, we're in Kochi.
Hey Kamishima, don't tell me you're one of those scary types who drinks like crazy even though you can't handle booze.
No way!
In my life, whenever I get a bad feeling, it almost always turns out right. And sure enough, a few minutes later...
Oh hey Missy, you're drinking good. Just drowned all the bad stuff in booze. I got someone I can't forget too, so I totally get it.
Mister! Thank you so much!
What's this, young fella? You're crying too? Uncle here will lend an ear. Cheer up, if you're alive. Good things will come, yeah.
So we ended up drinking with local folks at midday, cheered on by their warmth. A few minutes later, we were biting on both ends of Kochi's famous emo kenpai, faces inches apart.
In Kochi, we don't play that weak pocky game, you know? The hard crunch of emo kenpai as you munch from both ends and you feel each other's chewing through the vibrations. It's the best. Come on, cutie. You gotta take the lead.
Why is this happening? By the way, the emo kenpai game doesn't actually exist in Kochi. It's just a lady's made-up invention. Meanwhile, back at LKB System Solutions, the bank-affiliated IT firm where I work, the man who'd comment even during Golden Week grinned confidently at his desk. Harris out on leave. Though I'm still not clear on why, but whatever. This time, I'm the lead on the Love Koi Bank System release. I even drove him to break off his engagement. And now at work too. This'll prove I'm better than that guy. I never liked him. Graduate school or whatever. Always cool and aloof. Letting dumb personal grudges control you will backfire. But I wasn't there to warn him.
So your parents understand now, huh?
Day 2 of the Golden Week. I got a call from my parents, explained the situation, promised to stop by when I got back. They cried out of the phone. Yeah, I'd always prided myself on never disappointing them. So I was worried, but it was all needless fear. I passed the private middle school entrance exam, went on smoothly through high school and college, and completed my master's, partly by my own will, partly my parents'. For someone like me, breaking off an engagement was a massive headache. They said they'll support whatever decision I make. I was reminded how amazing parents are.
I get it. Even after everything, my mom and dad still check in on me regularly. Not just my parents, even my sister, the one I hurt, and him. They all worry about me. It's amazing. I'm the kind of person who's hurt others just to protect myself.
I wondered what it was like for Kamishima to watch the man she loved and her beloved sister together all those years. Even so, was she wrong to try moving forward by marrying someone else? Even after years of studying hard, I didn't have the answer, but I can't say it's right to hurt others. But in the end, only you can protect your own heart. Sometimes the person you can't forget is your strength. Sometimes they're the chain that traps you and makes you suffer. The line between the two is razor thin. Well, not that it excuses hurting people.
Yeah, you're right, Haru. It all started because I didn't have the courage to confess in middle school. That was my weakness. My life's biggest regret. I was in pain, so I hurt others to protect myself. What an idiot, huh? I ended up hurting 2 people I loved at the same time.
What are you talking about, Kamishima? You've always been an idiot.
What? Huh?
You didn't know? From where I'm standing, that's old news. You were stubborn, always clashing with friends, always crying over the after. Oh yeah? Didn't you call those your biggest regrets back then too? Your life's been one long regret.
What? Why do you even remember that?
Of course I remember. You had so much love for people. You could never really let go, and you were always struggling. Even when they hurt you, you never stopped liking your friends. That's the kind of person you were. I always thought you were an idiot. But I've never met anyone with a bigger heart than you. To me, Kamishima is. He cuts off mid-sentence, even though they both know what's coming. The words don't follow.
What am I to you? Ow!
Shut up. Anyway, Kamishima's an idiot.
Huh? What the heck? I thought you were gonna say something sweet.
Don't expect that from me. I'm sharp-tongued, remember?
You're actually saying it yourself?
Seems like I'm not great at being honest either. Being with Kamishima throws me off balance. I thought at the moment. Kamishima?
Thank you, Haru.
I thought about turning to see her face, but I couldn't bring myself to. You're being unusually honest. Did you eat something weird? Feeling the heat rise in my face, there was no way I was showing it.
We're gonna be okay?
I'll rush back, so it'll be fine. Really, I'm sorry. You didn't have to hurry back just because of me, Kamishima. Early morning the next day, with one day left of the long holiday, we were heading home. We took a plane this time to save time. My phone hadn't stopped buzzing with calls from work, and when I heard the details, it sounded serious.
No, it's okay. I've had plenty of fun and I feel lighter now. Thank you, Haru. So...
Kamishima, something wrong? Kamishima hides her buzzing face behind the souvenir bag of emo kenpai, looking like she wants to say something.
Hey, cheer up, okay?
Huh?
Because you spent more time listening to my problems this whole break, so I thought maybe just once more I'd try to cheer you up. So, I can't finish all this emo kenpai by myself. So, help me again, okay?
She must mean the suitcase full of emo kenpai that the emo kenpai lady forced on us. But what Kamishima really wants to say is, did you seriously get hooked on the emo kenpai game?
What? No, you idiot!
I know what Kamishima really wants to say is that she wants to see me again. Ha! Kamishima's always been a tsundere. Fine. Guess I can meet you again.
We're both tsundere, okay?
Kamishima squeezes out the words, her face turning even redder. But there's a hint of relief. Seeing the trace of her younger self, I couldn't help but laugh again. Meanwhile, the peaceful mood flips. LKB Solutions is in an uproar.
We've had over 100 inquiries saying their balances show 0. They can log in, but the display's wrong. At this rate, the call center will collapse. Fukanuki-san, we've got massive status errors. All get balance returns are 0.
No way! I double-checked the settings last night. How? 8 AM today, right after the Love Koi bank system update, a bug hit showing all balances as 0. Stay calm, check the logs.
Kunigami-san.
I finally arrived. The managers were all out dealing with explanations, and it happened about an hour since the issue started. Without losing my cool, I gave calm instructions behind the near tearful staff. Why are you here? Weren't you off? You know we don't have time to be saying that. Don't talk to me right now. The likely cause of this mess was the guy who'd led the release. No time to grow him now. I focused on the screens to hunt the source. And then... Hey, it's still set to the test. .env... Did you deploy this straight to production? No. No way I'd made that kind of mistake. I'll check the release checklist later. But first, we fix this. You couldn't catch this in an hour. What, are you blind? Or what, was this deliberate? To screw me over? If so, cut the crap. This isn't just a hit to me. It's screwing over tons of thousands of users. Wrecking trust. Even as I scolded him, my hands kept typing furiously to fix things. Every second counted. Well, we're right and restart now. We can wrap it in 5 minutes. But users will need to log in again, so get an announcement out too.
Yes!
Hey you! Get over to the execs who've been stucking over for you and explain. Yeah, got it. After that, I patched the API and rebooted. Soon the announcement came that the system was back up.
I see. Sounds like you went through a lot.
Since then, Kamishima and I had kept in touch, and we're meeting again like this on a day off. Man, I hated myself for getting my fiancé stolen by a guy like that. Well, whatever now. More importantly, are you sure you want to come? You really didn't need to tag along today. Yeah, today I was heading to pick up the stuff I'd left at the place I shared with my ex-fiancé. When I told Kamishima, she wouldn't take no for an answer. I'm coming too.
You're nervous going alone, right?
Huh? No way. Well, yeah. But I guess, yeah, it's true. Having you here helps. Even though we both left that place, I couldn't leave my stuff there forever. She should be at work by now, so I figured it'd be fine. Or so I thought.
Haru! I finally found you. Why won't you answer my calls?
Why are you here? Unbelievably, Tomoko was waiting. The moment she saw me, she came rushing over. And I instinctively pushed her away. We've got nothing left to say. You already got the settlement from Fukanuki too. So there's nothing left between you and me.
We were together so long. Why won't you forgive just one mistake?
Huh?
Come on, right? Just one little mistake? I haven't even talked to him since then. Sure, back then he was amazing. Yeah, my unforgettable first love. But now he's just a womanizing jerk.
Maybe think about who let that jerk take advantage before you speak. Then let me ask you. Didn't you feel sorry for the guy you were with all those years?
That's...
You just figured you'd never get caught, right? The moment I saw that's how your mind works, I was done. No matter how unforgettable someone is, I can't live with someone who'd actually go through with cheating. Say I'm narrow-minded, whatever, I was betrayed. That's a fact I can't erase. And then, conscious of Kamishima silently standing behind me, I continued. I've got someone I can't forget too. She's a hopeless idiot, stubborn as hell, but she's loyal to the core. No matter how much she loves someone, she'd never go cheating like you. Kamishima's made a lot of mistakes, sure. She's got plenty to regret. But I never stopped thinking about her. The way she struggles, hurting yet still loving people. Even if I did realize it was romantic, she's been an unforgettable presence for me. That's Kamishima.
You must be a really strong person to be able to tell someone you love them. What? Who are you? Why are you with my Haru? In middle school, I loved someone so much but never confessed. Next thing I knew, he was my sister's boyfriend. That that's because I was a coward. But not once did I think of stealing him from her, or having even one night with him. You were loved by the person you loved most for so long. Do you realize what a miracle that is?
I wondered how Kamashima's words reached Tomoko, but I'd never know. I grabbed my things and walked out of that house as fast as I could. Sorry about that, Kamishima. I didn't think we'd run into her like that.
No, it's okay. Hey, Haruhiko, that unforgettable person you were talking about earlier?
Seems my words had reached Kamashima's heart. It's you, Kamishima. I could never forget you. Of course I truly love Tomoko. And it's not like I couldn't forget you in a romantic sense. But back then, I think I was into you. Well, now it's a bit late to say that. I hurriedly added that it's fine if she thinks I'm just being inconvenient, but...
Oh man,
Why are you laughing?
I never thought I could be someone's unforgettable person too. Thank you, Haruhiko. I didn't know something could make me feel this warm.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it either. Her genuine smile, after all that struggle with an impossible love, was so dazzling. I forgot to act tough, and just gently patted her head. As for Fukanuki, he was furiously chewed out by the higher-ups, and reassigned to a dead-end department. If only I had gone after that guy like an enemy. The bug and the rumor that he stole my fiancée shattered his reputation completely. As for me, thanks to calmly handling the incident, my reputation in the company skyrocketed. I got asked to formally join the Incident Response Task Force and get called in for every major upgrade. Even the Love Koi bank execs spoke highly of me, and I rose rapidly as a systems engineer. And as for Tomoko, after our broken engagement, she was on a fast track downhill.
What do you mean, just one night's mistake? Do you even realize how good a guy Kunigami was?
Exactly. Do you even understand what you've done?
Her parents scolded her fiercely. Didn't help with the settlement, and she ended up in debt.
Haruhiko! Haruhiko!
Of course, nothing happened with Fukanuki after that. And apparently, I became someone she'd never forget. 2 years later, I was now with Kamishima. No, Moika. Near her parents' home.
Haruhiko! Thank you for coming today.
No problem. You might start crying again if you went along. Since then, we've slowly built our love. We've been together almost a year now. And where we were headed was...
It's been a while, you two.
Moika's sister and her husband, the man Moika could never forget.
Today I have someone I want you to meet. This is my fiancé, Kunigami Haruhiko. I'm okay now. I'm sorry for worrying you so much, sis and brother-in-law. Right, I see.
Relieved by Moika's words, her sister began shedding happy tears. And then...
Yes?
I don't care if you were Moika's unforgettable person or whatever. She's my fiancé now.
Hey, Haruhiko!
From now on, I'm going to make her so happy that I'll overwrite every memory she has of you.
Moika, he's a wonderful guy. Yeah, he's really wonderful.
The meetings and farewells we repeat in life. Among them, there are only a few unforgettable people. Those who carve themselves into your heart never fade away. no matter how much time passes. For better or worse, they often end up shaping your future. Carrying the memories of those unforgettable people, we keep living toward the future.
That day, 5-year-old me was waiting anxiously for my parents to pick me up from preschool. Are they here yet? I had stopped playing with my toys and was just waiting for my parents to come. My teachers looked at me with pity. In the end, my parents never came to pick me up. It was a while after that I learned my parents had been in a car accident. I had no relatives I could reach out to, so at 5 years old, I started living in an orphanage. When will Mom and Dad come get me? It was difficult for me at 5 years old to understand and accept my reality. I just waited resiliently for my parents.
Nice to meet you, Haruto-kun.
A year after I started living at the orphanage, I was taken in by my stepmom, Akuno Ichinose, and my stepdad, Masaki Ichinose. That's how I became Haruto Ichinose. My life from there was fun. I had a lot of freedom, and my step-parents loved me. It was a happy family straight out of a storybook. Even as a child, I knew I had to repay them someday. I'm so happy to be Haruto Ichinose. But in first grade, when I finally felt like I belonged somewhere, things changed.
Honey, a child. I'm pregnant.
Really? Yay! Haruto, you're going to be a brother. My stepmom got pregnant. My stepparents were over the moon. I was also excited to be a stepbrother. My stepmom's belly grew, and we all believed a happy future was ahead of us. Mom! When my stepmom's belly was quite big, I ran toward her with a smile.
Don't touch me.
Huh? My stepmom pushed me away for the first time. Her eyes were of someone looking at something vile, and I froze. Honey, what are you doing? Haruto, we're sorry. Mommy was just surprised. You must be scared. My dad's words must have brought her back. My mom looked at me, and she looked like she might cry.
Haruto, I'm sorry Mommy's not feeling well.
It's okay. I'm sorry too. My mom hobbled over to her room. Now that I think about it, this might have been the day my mom changed. My brother was born. His name was Ritsu. At 2 years old, Ritsu was comfortable with me. Nee. Ritsu, over here. You're so good at walking now. Nee. Oh, Mommy. Nee.
Ritsu-kun, let's play over here.
Honey, Haruto was playing with them. It was obvious my mom didn't want him to play with me. My dad tried to talk to her, but my mom didn't listen. Since that day, my mom had changed. At this point, she treated me like I was unwanted. Since it's my half coming of age day, I wrote you guys a letter. Half coming of age day? How fun! Thank you. Honey, Haruto wrote us a letter.
Oh, I'm busy right now. I'll read it later. Oh my, Ritsu-kun. Good job.
More time passed. I was in my final year of high school now. My mom's obvious favoritism continued.
Ritsu-kun, you got 100 on this test. You're so good.
I'm leaving this house. That's probably better, right? Haruto, I'm sorry. I didn't think this would happen. Don't worry, Dad. It couldn't be helped. Haruto. You guys took me in. I understand how Mom feels too. After high school, I'll find a job and live alone. No, go to college. I'll handle tuition. Thank you, Dad. I studied hard for my college exams and got into the school I wanted to go to. After high school graduation, my days of living alone began. Honey, Haruto is leaving this house for you.
I don't know anything about that. Don't blame me.
It's okay, Dad. I'm glad I was taken in by this family. Nii-chan. Ritsu. Nothing. Never mind. Ritsu looked like he wanted to say something, but he noticed Mom's look and fell silent. I think he wanted to tell me something. I guess that's it. I remembered the fun times and felt some sadness as I left. Only my dad came outside to see me off. After that, I moved out of the prefecture and started living alone. This is harder than I thought. I didn't want to rely on my parents for living expenses, so I was working part-time at an izakaya restaurant, but I feel a little better. I don't know how many times I've thought that it would be easier if I could forget the time when my mom was nice to me. I felt a little more optimistic now that those thoughts weren't eating away at me anymore. Still, if I didn't have these deliveries, I'd be in trouble. I didn't know why, but since I started living alone, I've been receiving deliveries from the orphanage. I asked them about it, but all they would say is that they were just donations from the orphanage, and I got no details. But it was desperate times, so I gratefully accepted the food and other household items in the deliveries. I managed to balance work and school, and somehow graduated. After working hard to find a job, I got one at a systems development company called Lovekoi Software. My dad said I didn't need to, but I decided to send 30,000 yen every month as a token of gratitude. Lovekoi was a primary contractor company, so it was a pretty good working environment. I was in the system integration department. It was my second year. Along with my coworkers, including Mio Tachibana, we worked hard on our projects.
Ichinose-san, I wanted to talk to you about this.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Deadline time was always busy. Whew, finally done. We finished our project. Tachibana-san, the other reps, and I took 4 paid days off.
Everyone said they're going back home. What are you gonna do? Going home?
No, I have a home, but don't have a home. I told her about me being an orphan and my stepmom's treatment of me.
I can't believe that happened. I'm sorry for asking.
No, I'm sorry. It's not a story to tell after a big project.
If my mom treated me like that, I feel like I'd get mad and cut myself off. But you didn't resent them and repaid them. You're amazing.
I don't know. They took me in, so I think it's the right thing to do.
Actually, my mom's a single mom. We got in a fight in high school and haven't talked since I started college. Among my friends, I was the only one with hand-me-down uniforms. I was so embarrassed. I asked my mom for new ones. But with college fees and stuff, it was hard. You know how uniforms cost like 30,000 for a set, right? I realized later that it was childish of me. But since I brought it up, I couldn't apologize. After I started living alone in college, I didn't see my mom at all. I studied hard and worked hard to find a job, and I got a job at this big company. I wanted to prove that I could survive without my parents, but I couldn't survive on my own. I needed my mom's help with my tuition, with co-signing things. I was dumb. By the time I wanted to apologize, she was gone. She was gone before I could apologize.
Tachibana-san.
So, I admire you. It must have been hard for you. You must have been sad. But you're grateful and you're trying to pay them back. You're so awesome. I'm kind of embarrassed to say it.
Thank you for saying that. I haven't received love like this in a while.
Love? Yeah? You could call it love.
I'm getting a call. Can I? It's from my brother.
Of course.
Tachibana-san seemed relieved that the call came. I smiled and answered the phone. Hello? Ritsu? How are you? Sorry to call all of a sudden. Are you free? Since I left home, we've been calling each other like this. I think we talk more than we did at home. Nii-san. Ritsu's voice changed from cheerful to sad. I recognized it and interrupted. Don't apologize. You did nothing wrong. I told you a bunch of times, right? I'm sorry. Ritsu has told me many times that he wanted me to come back, but I didn't. I think he blamed himself. I've never once resented Ritsu, who still looked up to me as a brother. Actually, I really treasured him. 3 years later, I was dating Mio and had proposed to her 3 days prior. Mio, will you marry me?
Of course!
I didn't have much experience with a happy family, so this decision took a lot of courage for me. But I could be a family with Mio. I wanted to. I believed that from the bottom of my heart. I was engaged, so I decided to go home for the first time in years. This is Mio Tachibana, my fiancée. We work in the same department and we get along well.
Hello, I'm happy to meet you both.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for taking care of Haruto.
What was my stepmom thinking? She stayed silent next to my dad.
Mio-san, we're Haruto's step-parents, but we gave him a hard time. We're not good parents. But Haruto, he still calls me dad.
My dad's voice quivered. He always defended me from my mom. I knew that, so I never blamed my dad. Dad, I'm grateful for you. Mio knows that. She said she wanted to be with me because of that. So don't say that. I'm okay. I felt like my dad truly loved me. I was happy I came, but that didn't last long.
Mio-san, you said? Don't you think Ritsu is better than this person? You look honest and you're pretty, and you work for a big company? I think you're a great fit for Ritsu.
Huh?
Ritsu is a good boy and he's going to a famous private university. I think you'd be much happier if you married Ritsu. There's an age gap, but...
Cut it out.
In that moment, my dad raised his voice in anger like never before. Even my mom was shocked. She looked at him.
What? Don't yell suddenly.
Mio-san is engaged to Haruto. How many times do you need to hurt Haruto? I've been holding back. I know you. We're desperately trying to have our child.
The Ichinoses had a hard time getting pregnant after marriage. They tried fertility treatments, but it didn't go well. Emotional pain, time, energy, money, as those were all spent up, my mom was spent too.
Akuno, don't try so hard. Your body comes first.
Honey, I'm sorry.
My parents gave up on getting pregnant, and when my stepmom was 29, they decided to adopt me. After adopting me, they were blessed with Ritsu.
We have a responsibility. We took Haruto in. You ignored him and rejected him, even though he did nothing wrong.
I had to. I went through the pain of birthing Ritsu. Haruto is just my child under some paperwork. Of course there's a difference in how I feel.
I heard that mothers have more love for their kids than the father does, so I can't deny that there's a difference. But to treat them differently because of it is different. You loved him when we took him in, and changed so obviously. How much you hurt him. No matter what I said, you never listened. You coddled Ritsu and acted like you didn't want Haruto there. You loved him at first. Haruto came from such a hard life. How could you do that to him? I've given up on you since then.
What are you saying? It's too late now. Why did you stay married to me then?
Because Haruto asked me to.
What?
This was before I left home. My father had said this to me.
Haruto, let's live together. I was thinking about ending it with your mother.
Dad, you can't. Divorce is between the couple, so I can't say anything. But if it's for me, then you can't.
But...
Please, Dad. I love Ritsu. Ritsu always called me Nini. I was really happy. So I want him to be happy. I want his parents to be there, and I want him to smile. No child would be happy if their parents disappeared. That's what I think. I've had a sadness in me since that day my parents didn't pick me up. It's not just me. My friends at the orphanage too. Everyone had a sadness in their eyes.
Haruto, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Since Haruto left and started living alone, I never once forgot about him. You don't even know how hard it is for a college student to live alone, and you celebrated.
No! He said he was going to leave all on his own.
You kept treating him badly, so Haruto read the room and said he'd leave. You can't even understand that much? No matter how much food or stuff I sent, I knew it wouldn't be enough.
Wait, were those deliveries?
I asked your orphanage to let me use their name. I thought you'd feel bad and not accept them.
I was saved by those deliveries in college. Those were all symbols of my father's love for me. Dad, thank you. Really.
No! I felt responsible for raising Haruto too. But when he ran toward me when I was pregnant, I just hated him. I had to protect Ritsu. Ritsu is my actual son. I recommended Ritsu to Mio-san because I was thinking about Ritsu's happiness over Haruto's.
My stepmom tried to gain sympathy, but my dad's face remained hardened. Stop it, Mom.
Ritsu?
It was Ritsu. He'd gotten so big. Despite the situation, that's what I thought. My brother is my one and only big brother. He's always been there for me. I never once thought we weren't related by blood. So, I thought it was weird. When he left, I learned that he was an orphan, and I was shocked. But to me, none of that mattered. It doesn't matter if we're blood relatives. To me, Nissan is Nissan. If he's happy, I want to congratulate him. I don't want to get in his way. Ritsu looked at me and smiled sadly. I must have caused him a lot of stress. Nissan, congrats. Be happy. Ritsu, thanks. You've gotten so big. Dad, I'm fine. If you want to divorce Mom, I won't stop you.
Ritsu, what are you saying? Don't say that. Let's stay a family. Yes, Haruto can live with us again.
What are you saying, Mom? I'm going to live by myself for my second year.
What?
Ma'am, I'm going to marry Haruto. Haruto is my one and only love.
She looked straight at my mom and spoke clearly. It was overwhelmingly bright to look at her.
Haruto appreciates even a person like you. He said even if it was brief, you gave him love.
What?
But I'm not like him. If you're going to hurt him, I will not forgive you.
Mom, I was really sad when my parents didn't pick me up. I was sad and anxious, and I thought I'd be alone forever. I wanted to disappear. A giant hole had opened up inside me at 5 years old. I didn't think it'd ever get filled. But...
Haruto-kun, nice to meet you. We're your family now. I hope you'll call me Mom.
You came to pick me up. I had been waiting all that time. You smiled at me and reached out a hand to me. Thank you, Mom. I was really happy then. That soft memory never faded. That's why I never resented her.
Haruto, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
My mom was in shock. Her eyes widened and she looked far away. She kept repeating it like a broken radio. What was she looking at then? I had no idea, but I felt like her tears reflected the warm memories we had from my childhood. A few months later, Ritsu left home. My step-parents got divorced.
I'm sorry, Haruto. I'm so sorry. Why did I?
My mom was alone in some shabby apartment, reading a letter. It was the letter I wrote to my parents for my half-coming-of-age day. When they got divorced, my dad handed it to her. I'm happy to be Haruto Ichinose. Thank you for taking me in. My mom was twisted by the idea that she had to protect her actual child. With time, she finally realized her mistakes. Nissan, congrats.
You're all grown up, Haruto.
A year after, we got married. Surrounded by family and friends, I was happier than ever before. Ritsu, Dad, thank you. I sent an invitation to my mom, too, but she didn't come. I had a feeling, but I was happy. A few days before, an invitation with the absent part circled arrived. In the corner, there was a note from my mom.
Please, be happy.
I was confused, but I realized when I saw the word happy. This was her reply to my letter from that day. The letters were shaky and smudged. I could tell how my mom felt when she wrote it. So, I was fine, because my childhood self finally got a response. Mio, I promise to make you happy. Let's build a beautiful family together.
Yeah, let's be happy.
I had lost my happiness so many times. I know that I can appreciate any happiness that comes my way. I'm sure the future holds countless moments of happiness from here on out.